Hello and welcome to some new content from Rennsport. We finally got something new, a new track that is Monza. Just in time for the major in Munich, so the final of our ESL R1 season. I think it should be happening right now when this video comes out. So if you are interested in what I'm doing there and what Rennsport has to offer as a whole, you can probably check out the Twitch channels. I'll link it somewhere in this video so you'll find it and get some nice esports action there. But right now we want to focus on the new content piece that is Monza, the latest addition to the game. Took a while for something new to be released, but we have it right here, and I think the beta is not too far away, so you should be able to experience it as well very soon. Monza is the first track I did my first real life race on. So in 2021 DTM Trophy, I went to Monza for my very first race in a GT4 car, and it went really well. Got my podium position there, so I know how this track should be in real life, and I'll take you around and explain how it feels like, how it looks like. Is it realistic? Is something missing? Is something not so good at the moment? But we'll find out in a second. So here we are in the game. You can see the track map right in front of you. This is Monza. I think everyone should be familiar with the track map itself and all the corners. Quite the famous track, I would say. And we go right on track. This time I have my graphics on high, so you can see how the game really looks like. We exit the pits here, and you can immediately tell on the straight that the car is wobbling around a bit. So the road has a lot of texture, which I actually really like. In turn 1, and I have to say, like, the curbs here are all really good. But yeah, coming back to the texture of the track, I think a lot of sims have the track really smooth. Like, you never really have bumps on the straight one. But you can see here that the car is always bumping around a little bit, even on the straight. That is because the track in real life is also not 100% smooth. You'll always have your little bumps, and I think it's really well done on this one. Like, I really have to say, like, all those curbs, like especially those secondary curbs on the left-hand side from the painted curb, they are really well done on Rennsport. Like, they're on iRacing, they're super flat. On Assetto Corsa they appear to be high, but when you drive over them they feel flat. I think R-Factor's version, R-Factor 2's version of Monza is also a really good one. So I'll probably say the Rennsport version and the R-Factor 2 version are the most realistic. But there are a few more things on the Rennsport version of the track where I would say, like, it's a lot more closer to reality. Just basically some curbs that are better done here than on another sim. But they're all very close because it's obviously a laser scan, so there's not much variation in between. Okay, then let's go for a quick hot lap to show you the lines, what curbs to take, which curbs not to take. But most quite similar compared to other sims as well, because it's obviously the same track. But yeah, here we go. Braking just before the 150 meter board. Fully into the brakes, down to first. Go over the curbs, but miss the sausage. The sausages here are way too high. You can maybe clip the first one on the right side. But especially the Audi jumps around quite a lot over curbs, so you rather want to miss it than to hit it. And stay in 5th, just after the bridge, shifting down to 2nd. You go over the left one to give rotation and fully over the right one. Gotta be careful with track limits here, quite easily off the track boundaries. And early on throttle for this one, fully to the outside. Down to 3rd, clip the inside a little bit for a good exit. Especially with the Audi, you don't want to go over it too much on the inside, because, as I said, the Audi bounces a lot, and you don't get a lot of traction with bounces off the corner. down into third, clip the inside a bit. Over the right hand side we go fully over and also fully over here. This corner is especially tough because you kind of have to hit the corners right. If you are a little bit off, as you saw, I lifted a little bit because I was off a tiny bit, and then yeah, you can't go full throttle anymore. And here also, very tricky corner. You kind of have to brake in easy so the car doesn't oversteer or understeer. For me it was a bit too late now. But yeah, this is the lap at Monza. Those are the first impressions of Monza. I think you saw from the driving already that I really like it. The pathing obviously in all the sims is pretty much equal all around, but the small details, especially you can find those small details on the curbs, is the thing that makes a difference for me. And I don't know if it's not included in the laser scan, but the curbs are usually every sim, every platform basically has their own interpretation of how the structure of the curb should look like. You can see it like when you try out different tracks on different sims, you will always notice that somehow the curbs are always the thing that is the biggest difference on the track. And I, like for myself, I really pay attention to the right curb structure since I've driven it IRL already, so I can tell what is good and what is not good. But yeah, as I said before, the Monza version we have here in Rennsport is spot on with pretty much all the curbs. You can maybe argue that like a few centimeters of height difference between like curbs, but overall it's really, really well done. By the way, this is like YouTube content I try out right now to see how it goes, if you guys like it, if I like it. So if you want like when I preview something or whatever, if you want something that I show more or go more in depth, then type it in the comments, let me know, because it's new for me and I want to get better at it as well because yeah, I want to do a little bit more YouTube as well. It's kind of fun for me to record the videos, to also edit the videos and whatnot. So let me know how you think it is, and yeah, see you next time.